seeing everybody. Appreciate you being here. Good practice. Guys are locked in for a very big football game this Sunday at M&T. I do want to mention the Tampa area in Florida with the hurricane coming in, just because it kind of hits close to home because we have family down there. My sister, Joni Crean, Tom Crean, her family live down there in that area. And my daughter, is at USF, and we actually brought her up Sunday night. So after the game, I had an airport run to go make, and my wife brought her back up. So we know how challenging that's going to be. And just for all the people down there, our prayers are with you. Stay safe. And then for all the first responders, the people that are going to be dealing with that, the National Guard, we thank them for that. It affects all of us. So with that, what questions do you have?
John, adding Dean to as an advisor role, can you just talk about the thinking and what went behind getting Dean here?
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. I mean, it's great. Zach and I talked about that, and Zach has been in touch with Dean really all the time. It's a kind of a good sounding board and a mentor for Zach. I know they're very close, and Dean and I go back, as you guys know, a long, long way. And his football knowledge and his ability to just put an eye on things would be a great sounding board and a backup for everybody is super good. I'm glad he's here. Good to see his face out here, and it can make us better. So I'm happy about that.
Coach, the way your run defense is played so well, number one in the league. Our teams are throwing the ball more against you guys. You sort of have to put more pressure on the secondary as far as that goes.
Yeah, probably part of it. It's everything's part of it. Probably for sure, Todd. Type of games that we've been in, the type of quarterbacks we played against, the passing games, the receivers that we faced, all that kind of stuff. But it's going to focus on us, not so much why, it's just what, and playing things really well, really consistently. That's our goal. Had a really good practice today, so just keep fighting for that and keep improving.
John, you guys historically have always had success against rookie quarterbacks. You got another one coming in today. They're all different. What do you see in Jayden that makes him, I guess, different from maybe some of the other rookie quarterbacks?
Well, it's hard to compare, rookie quarterbacks, but I can tell you that Jayden is playing at a high level. He's got his team. They built it around him. I think Cliff's done a great job there in terms of building the offense around Jayden. They have skill players. They have a really great running back, a veteran offensive line. I think they're doing a great job. You see it on tape. They've got a lot of plays that are just, there's all kinds of space out there that they've created with all of that mix, that chemistry together that they have. So we have our hands full, and definitely starts with Jayden, but it's the whole offense, and we've got to be on point.
John, Jayden, what specific things does he do that are problematic for teams?
Well, he creates problems in different kind of ways. He can throw it. He's throwing the ball downfield at a very efficient rate. He's hitting all the quick out throws, the RPO throws, and the quick game throws very effectively. Gets the ball out fast to those throws. And then if it's not there, he's creating plays, on the run with his legs. But he's not just running, which he is running, but he's also throwing on the run and making plays that way. So he's doing it in all those different ways.
John, the trajectory of the Commanders, I think, has had people in this region pretty excited about this game for a couple of weeks. I know it's not a division game, but with two buzzy teams in the region, how do you kind of sense that, or does it feel different to you or anyone on the team when both these teams are going?
That's a good question, and I appreciate it. I think it's obvious that I can kind of be excited about it for the fans and for what it means for the region, and appreciate that because especially when you get older, you start appreciating those things probably more and more as a coach, and so I think it's really neat in that sense. But really for us, kind of in our cocoon, it's a football cocoon. We are locked in on their football team, and just trying to go out there and play our best football against a very, very good football team. So that's what our focus is.
John, aside from Jayden, what other challenges do you see that their offense presenting?
Well, I think it's the versatility of the offense. They can do so many things well. Pretty much everybody's catching balls. Zach Ertz, he's healthy. He's back to being who he's always been. They got two really good running backs. Both those guys, completely different guys, creating problems in their own way, running the ball. They're both downhill runners in different ways, but man, they get the ball vertical. And obviously they have speed outside, so it's all those things combined.
John, I know nobody's taking victory laps after week 5, but you had been asked a ton about the offensive line and young guys and all the changes, and you repeatedly expressed confidence in that group. How pleased are you with how, especially the last 3 games have gone, with that group kind of molded together and playing well?
Yeah, I think we're making steady progress. I'm very proud of all the guys. You know, I told the guys that yesterday, and I told them again today, how proud I am of them because of the way they've handled things. Sometimes, you know, momentum is a tough thing. It's an important thing. Sometimes you kind of ride momentum. Sometimes you got to create momentum. Sometimes you've got to create momentum out of nothing, you know. And I think in that game, it was an expression of that. You know, you're down to the point where the momentum is going so hard against you, and it seems overwhelming. But you still can create your own momentum. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it in football, and you can do it in life. You got to decide to do it. And our guys did that. And I think the game is a great example of that. True for the offensive line, probably, but we're still a work in progress. Our offensive line, our whole team, it's a work in progress, and we have an opportunity with that to get so much better, and that's what we're trying to focus on.
John, to that, you talk about momentum coming off a tough division game on the road, winning in overtime. I mean, I know you guys are big on kind of moving on from the past game on to the next one, but do you feel like that type of game, you already on a winning streak, but that type of game really does build a lot of confidence for your team?
Well, it definitely builds confidence in a lot of different ways and things that you're capable of doing. You know, I mean, it's hard to have true confidence until you've actually done something, you know, and so that, you know, different areas in that game, it certainly builds that confidence. But you know, you're not looking back at it. We can't afford to. It's a tough game, man. It was a physical game. It was on turf. It was hot. You know, it was just a tough division game. So now we've got to bounce back from that to get ready for another tough out of division game, but a tough physical team as well. And it's been a tough schedule. So, but our guys are up for it. We're in good shape, and we'll be ready to go.
Yeah, Dean is obviously was out here today. Is he going to be at games in the press box or in the coaching box or on the sideline?
Yeah,
Is that
yeah,
how he's playing?
yes, sir. Yep.
John, I know we asked you about Marlon on Monday. We saw Rashad Bateman wasn't out there. Is he dealing with
Who's
anything? Rashad Bateman.
Yeah.
Is he dealing with anything that could keep him out of the game?
Yeah, we've got, I would say, all the things I would categorize as being just normal game after game type of things that we deal with, you know, at this point in time of the season.
All right.
I've been great.
I've been
Thanks.
catching glimpses of his play on social media and stuff like that. He's going off. He's doing what we see in college. We got him in Heisman.
Hey Lamar, we see that teamwork has given a lot of success to the offense. How can you describe this collective work in all these lines?
Say that one more time.
The offense has given a lot of teamwork. You've seen in general a lot of teamwork. How can you describe all this collective work?
Everybody's just going there 111, you know, contributing to the team and doing what's best for us. That's what's getting the job done.
Lamar, you said after the game you were frustrated with that fumble or I guess not catching the snap.
Yeah.
Was that communication with Tyler on some of those plays toward the end of the game mostly about the noise and the environment in Cincinnati, or is there something else that you feel like you guys are addressing right now?
Nope, it was just a mishap. That's all. That's all it was. It wasn't nothing that you worried about.
Lamar, you don't see the Commanders all that often, but just given their proximity, being a close team, they're a hot team right now. It's two of the best teams in the league. What's your kind of view on this regional rivalry between these two teams?
Oh man, just trying to come out with a W. That's what it's been ever since I've been here. Each and every time we play those guys, trying to win, whether it's preseason or regular season, or whatever else.
Lamar, Jayden said he doesn't want to be compared to you. He doesn't want to be compared to anybody. He wants to be his own guy. Reminiscent of, I think, the approach you've always taken. How do you look at that approach, and do you agree with kind of how he sees things?
I agree. He's his own player. He's his own man. At the end of the day, we're trying to make a name by ourselves, not anyone else. So I agree.
Lamar, to that point, is we all remember when you were coming into the league, you were trying to change your position, and now guys like Jayden and other guys that have similar skill sets to yours. What do you think about the evolution of the quarterback position from where it was to where it is today?
I'm just glad, that teams are just accepting it now. Instead of just guys going through hassle and just trying to get mocked or whatever. But guys are proving it, just stepping in the league and doing what they're supposed to do. So that's helping it out even more.
How much do you feel like what you've done here has played a hand in that and forced teams to kind of evolve the way they think about players with their talent?
I don't know. I'm not the one picking the players. I'm just trying to be the player I can be for my team.
He's
Lamar, in
thrown
a
the ball to a
similar,
lot of different players. Guy like Charlie Kohler, how much has it been a boost to the offense? Guys that got making plays for you.
Man, we've been doing what Charlie can do. You know, I said it was just up to him to just make the catches and make the runs after the catch. Hopefully scoring next time and not just getting caught all the time. He's doing we all seen in camp and practice and stuff like that.
Lamar, since you've lived here, have you ever gotten the sense that there's any dislike between Baltimore and Washington? And do you feel like you actually have a lot of fans down there?
I don't know. I don't be out much to know, so I really can't call it. Hopefully I got fans down there. But I got them here in Baltimore, so it really don't matter.
Lamar, it seems like we've seen after win, you haven't been really wanting to celebrate those. Is it going to take just getting to a Super Bowl and winning that before we see your fully embrace that celebration?
Yeah, probably, but you got to just win these games right now. You know, that's all that matters, is winning these games.
AFC Offensive Player of the Week again for you. I mean, you've always been big on kind of dismissing some of these weekly accolades, but do you take time to kind of live in the moment and, you know, kind of just be happy about what you're doing production-wise?
I'm happy with the win, but I'm grateful for it. Don't get me wrong, I'm grateful for it each and every time it do happen, but I'm trying to win. That's when things like that happen. I'm trying to win.
Mark, just going back to Jayden, how much did you like watch him in college, and what were your guys like early impressions of him?
I wasn't really able to catch games. I really don't catch a lot of college games, but when I did watch him play, he was just doing an amazing job. That's why he had my Heisman vote. So, yeah.
Lamar, did you get a sense that the offense is in a groove right now, and can that carry over from week to week?
Yeah, I believe we're in a groove right now. Just like I said before, just taking strides in the right places. But we just got to keep going, keep our head down, just focus on task at hand, just keep trying to win.
Lamar, I know you're focused on wins. You're at like the height of your career, but going back to the question about the evolution of the quarterback position, do you ever think about how other quarterbacks look at you like a Jayden Daniels as an inspiration because you're now in this position where you're paving the way for others?
I really don't sit back and think about it, to be honest. I believe just because I'm still playing and it's still, I believe, early in my career, so I really don't sit back and dwell on it. So I don't know.
Do you realize your impact?
I guess. I guess so.
Lamar, every time there's a receiver becomes available, like most recently Devontae, Ravens fans say, we need to get him, let's give Lamar another weapon. How good do you feel about the weapons you do have? I mean, 2 weeks ago we saw Justice Hill in the passing game. This week it was Kohler. Like, how satisfied are you with kind of your options in terms of pass catching?
My guys are doing a great job. You know, receivers, tight ends, running backs, fullbacks. You know, our guys are doing it all right now, and we winning games. So that's all that matters.
Lamar, in a game where, I think Washington's averaging 31 points per game, you guys are averaging 29 points per game. Does your mindset change when you know that there's two teams that are pretty high scoring?
No. I didn't even know the average.
Yeah.
Lamar, last week, we asked you several questions about whether the offense was going to have to pivot to more of a passing-heavy attack after two rushing-heavy games. To do that, to do it so efficiently at a high level, this past game in Cincinnati, what does that do for the confidence of this offense that, hey, we know we can do that?
We've been doing what we can do just back in camp. You guys would ask questions about Derrick Henry joining the team. It's a pick your poison type of offense, and it's showing. Just like you said, weeks before it was heavy run. Sometimes he didn't get the ball as much. We felt like he should be getting the ball more. He did. Still came out with a loss. But when the team is just playing, when he's running the ball great and offensive line just protecting well, and receivers just running routes, catching touchdowns, tight ends doing the same. We all just joining in together and it's helping us win. So we just got to keep doing things like that.
Lamar, when you have a play like you did, the second touchdown pass to Likely, his stiff arm, Sam Hubbard, and then I don't know if you ever saw his reaction to it, but just utter deflation from Sam at saying, I cannot believe he just did that to me. Do you get to take a moment and have any sense of satisfaction in doing that on an NFL field to the other best athletes in the world?
Not at all. Trying to win.
All right.
Hey, Lamar, this Sunday we're celebrating the Hispanic Heritage Month, the game against Commanders. What does it mean to you to have all these fans from all over the world wearing your number and supporting you guys?
That's a lot of love. I appreciate that because to me, I'm just Lamar, but to other people, I'm much more. So that's dope. That's dope to be a part of.
Lamar, can you take us behind the scenes of that photo, the video that Zay shared from before?
With the lady?
Yeah.
Yeah, we was just sitting down. Well, it was supposed to be private for us. It was me, Eddie Jackson, Zay. We were just eating, and the guy who owned the restaurant just kept letting people. Oh yeah, this person. I don't even almost curse. But I don't know this lady, but it was a black lady walked in and she was just, yeah, I'm a Louisville fan, but I'm a Cincinnati fan. She was nice, she was cool. And the other lady come in and she gonna kick your ass. I got mad, so I'm like, she gonna be the reason, we end up winning. I wonder how she felt after that. She probably seen it. One of her grandsons or something probably showed it to her. Just be a fan next time. Just let us play. Let the guys do the talking. Y'all just be the fans.
Was that what the stiff arm was for? Was for her?
No, it wasn't for her.
The challenges you saw in the secondary on Sunday, some of the breakdowns.
Yeah, I think it's most of our problems is nothing structural. It's just fundamental stuff. I mean, we got to tackle. We got to get off blocks. We got to communicate. And we've been saying this for 5 weeks now, so it's time to start actually doing it. And, just not coming up here and just saying it.
Kyle, how important is it to kind of get those explosives contained when you have a guy like Jayden Daniels who's thrown some really nice go balls this year?
Yeah, no, especially against somebody like him and the team and what they've been able to do up until now. But I feel like we've had plays like that in every game, and it's just a matter of us decreasing those plays happening, because I feel like other than that, we're having pretty good games. It's up to us on the back end to get that fixed and go out there and play a complete game.
There aren't many quarterbacks that truly have a similar skill set to Lamar. Obviously, he's much younger and not as polished as Lamar is with it, but does that help you, having you see it a lot in practice and know really what it looks like on the field versus guys that, like Lamar's 21-1 against the NFC, they don't see him as much. So is that kind of real to help get ready?
Yeah, I think so. Going against somebody like that, we don't go against them as much during the season, obviously, but during camp and stuff like that prepares us for the mobile quarterbacks in the league. And Jayden's done super well so far, and not even just with his legs, he's done great with his arm and completes the ball at a high rate, throws it downfield really well, and receivers are playing well, backs are running hard, and it's another challenge for us to come in as a defense and get our job done.
The way you guys closed up this past week and made some very critical stops down the stretch, does that sort of show you guys hey, we've got it in us to make these kinds of plays? It's just got to make it more consistent. What's the dynamic there?
Yeah, definitely just consistency. We gave up 38 points, and the offense did everything in their power to get us to win that game. Obviously, Marlon had a big pick at the end, but other than that, I don't really know how much the defense did for us to win that game. So it's up to us to go back to the drawing board, see what we did wrong, and it's only week 6 right now, so we still got a long way to go to be able to fix this thing, and hope at the end of the year it all comes together. But yeah, I think there are some bright spots, but it's just got to be doing that more often.
Kyle, you're kind of, I guess, really honest, just your expectations of what you want this defense to be in the secondary. Is that stuff kind of a talking point this week?
Yeah, I feel like it always is. There's always a standard that we believe we need to meet and then exceed. And we always talk about the season's a bunch of highs and lows, but just steadily progressing. And I feel like we've, at least as a secondary, just being as blunt as possible, kind of plateaued in our getting better throughout the season. And I feel like we've had good weeks with Buffalo, and we have a bad week like last week, and it's up to us to fix that and go into this week and try to right that wrong against a good offense.
Kyle. When you're watching that second touchdown pass to Isaiah Likely that Lamar had, what's your guys' reaction on the sideline? What do you guys think to each other?
I was actually thinking about this the other day, but I feel like it's we're almost numb to it at this point. We were just on the sideline all right, sweet, we got a touchdown. At least that's how I felt, because I feel like I've seen it so many times now. But I think I won't really be able to appreciate it until Lamar retires or something, and they make a big highlight of his whole career. I'm like, damn, this dude was doing stuff literally no one has ever done before, and I don't know, it's demoralizing as a defense to go against that, I'm sure. I'm glad he's on my team and I don't have to deal with it. But, I mean, it's just stuff like that. Like, he's making spectacular plays to win us the game and keep us in the game. And it's awesome to see from a perspective of being on his team. But at the same time, I feel like almost like he shouldn't even be in the position to where he has to do that to where we need to win the game. Like, I feel like defense should have given him a cushion, especially with how well the offense is playing. It's up to us to make that game not as close as it was. And but yeah, he's an incredible player and glad he's on our team.
Kyle, I know you just said you don't have to worry about it, but if you would entertain the hypothetical one-on-one, who would you rather tackle, Lamar or Derrick?
I don't have a problem tackling either of them, to be honest. Probably Lamar. Well, which one I'd rather want to tackle?
Yeah, who would you rather be matched up with?
Probably Lamar, because I never get to touch him. So I just want to hit Lamar like one time. But that probably won't happen. Or if it does, I probably won't be here anymore. But yeah, Lamar probably.
Kyle, I know he just got here, but for the organization to bring in Dean Pease, he was Zach Orr's defensive coordinator. What's that say about, I guess you guys leaving no stone unturned to try to get better, more consistent as a defense?
Yeah, I know. We're kind of confronting everything right now, and I think that's a great part of our organization and our defense. There's no egos, and Zio could have easily just been like, no, I'm going to fix it, or we're going to fix it in-house. But I think to be humble enough and be willing to bring somebody in who knows what they're doing. And when Dean was with the Falcons on my top 30 visit, I was talking to him for a good bit, and you got to pick my brain, got to pick his brain. And we were just talking for a good while. He's a great guy, knows ball, so it's good to have him here. And it's just another set of eyes. It's not like he's going to come in and start calling the defense, but somebody who's seen a lot of ball and just helps us out a little bit.
I know he hasn't been here for too long, but has he introduced himself to other guys who might not know DPs as DPs, and has he kind of been with you guys today, talked about during meetings or practice or anything like that?
Yeah, in the defense room today, he introduced himself, and a lot of guys like Marlon. I think he was Marlon's DC for a little bit. I'm not sure. 1 year. Older guys in the room know who he is and been around him. But yeah, introduced himself today. I'm sure he's gonna have a good impact on what we're doing here.
Hey, Kyle, the Commanders are not a team you see that often outside of the preseason, but obviously they're local, team, so there's kind of a regional rivalry there. What's your take on that aspect of this game?
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool for the fans, and obviously we play AFC North games, and it's like we play these guys every year, twice a year, so that kind of takes up all our energy when it comes to rivalry stuff. But I guess there is kind of a what's it called, like the Beltway or something like that. Yeah, the Beltway rivalry. I don't know if it's a trophy or something.
Battle Beltway.
Battle of Beltway?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that'll happen on Sunday. And it'd be cool to, I guess, I know some people that are DC fans and have some bragging rights against them. But, yeah, I guess it's kind of a brotherly rivalry. I don't know, maybe Philly a little bit, but I feel like it's going to be pretty cool to have whole region kind of focused on one game.
Dominique Foxworth had talked about back when he was here as a Raven, they would go out like in DC and Washington players there, and they would be at the same club hanging out, and it's like you couldn't lose that game because of that. Is there any of that mixing at all anymore? Or do you?
A little bit, yeah. I've bumped into a few guys down there. I don't think there's too much. I mean, I guess we haven't played, so. But we played in preseason, and they broke our streak, so I guess we might be a little mad about that. But other than that, no, not really.
All right, you talk about that the sack you had late in the game Sunday. I mean, obviously, that's a keynote in the game, kind of line up. So just take me through that play, if you could.
Yeah, it was winding down the fourth quarter, and we definitely needed to make like a huge stop to win the game. And me and Jabo, we ran a little text game, and I got through there and brought them down. Stop their momentum or kind of stop what they got going on, try to discombobulate them, and it worked out, and just kind of how it went.
Navi, what do you see out of Jayden? And to that point, how similar is he to what you see every day in practice?
Yeah, he's a great player, has a lot of hard work from college, great athlete, playing really good ball. So, it's going to be a great challenge for us for sure.
What about how similar he is. Not saying he is Lamar, but like,
Yeah.
you know, the similarities when they're on the field.
Yeah.
What they do.
They're both really fast. They both can run the ball. They can throw the ball really well. So yeah, those things too. They both won Heisman. So I mean, those things are similar. But you know, at the end of the day, it's the next opponent. That's how I see it. And as the days are going on, we're getting more dialed into what really he does best, and try to see if we can make him one-dimensional.
As a defensive lineman, what's kind of your approach when you play a quarterback like that who can really get a escape of pressure and get him out of the pocket?
You know, just hit him. Just get in his face and hit him. You know, that's the approach every week. Really, it depends if you're a pocket passer, if you're a dual threat, whatever it is, just hit him. You know, I mean, stop his confidence or just stop whatever he feels like is going to work and just try to make him one-dimensional. And that's when we can really get, you know, that's when you can really have fun. You know what I mean, the pass game and all that stuff.
You guys have been able to make teams one-dimensional and had to throw, but yet they continue to have a lot of success throwing after that, which seems strange. What do you owe that to?
Just us, just working out, practice, and just trying to get better. You know, and we're not perfect, but you know, we're working our way to get to where we know we can get to. But it just takes us just one day at a time, and just trying to really just slow the offense down on our opponents.
The Commanders are not a team that you see very often, especially in the regular season. You see them in preseason a few times, but you know, what's your take on this matchup from a rivalry, you know, kind of a localized rivalry standpoint?
My take is really, you know, it's going to be loud. You know, there's going to be a bunch of their fans here. Obviously, it's going to be rocking. It's going to be a great game. You know, it's going to be high excitement, but you know, I feel like all of us in the locker room, we're not really dialed into all that. We're dialed into just, you know, executing the plays and just making it about us at the end of the day.
Thanks, Nam.
First of all, can you reflect on that at all now? 10K, 100 touchdowns, or is that an after season kind of go back and reflect a little?
Yeah, no. Next week, focus on what's going on now. Thankful and grateful for that milestone. Talked about it a lot. Time to move on.
Going into this matchup, you know, how do you see the opportunities here for the running game as you guys have been rolling here as of late?
Yeah, no expectations. Work this week, prepare, practice execution, and let it translate to the game. They're a good team. We're playing well together. We got a good defense. Just got to execute during the week just so we get out there and play on all cylinders on Sunday.
Do you think that offensive success can roll over from week to week?
I don't really try to focus on the last week's success. It's a new week, new opportunity. What happened last week really doesn't matter. You got to improve it again. And, I think momentum is a big part. You know, you're in rhythm and you execute plays very well. And there's a lot of stuff you can build off of.
Some of the freeze frames of your runs are kind of getting attention on social media. Are you smiling when?
That's just how I run. I've been doing that since I was a kid. Yeah, so, people get a kick out of that. That's just all I run.
Last 2 weeks, in particular, Washington has been better defensively than they were early on. What are you seeing from them in specifics? Or like, what do they do well and take away well?
I think they have a disruptive front. Experienced linebackers have been playing well. We do a great job. They're playing well in the back end too. So I think they got a solid all-around group. You know, you got momentum on the team and you're playing complimentary football. You know, it's kind of hard to stop. I feel like they've been doing that very well. Offense playing well, defense, you know, picking up from them and back and forth. So they've been doing a great job. They're a great team.
Eric, I think a lot of the sports talk shows and social media, people are just blown away by the fact of what you're doing at this point in your career, that you're still running as fast as ever, all those things. Do you resent that at all, that people are surprised that you're playing as well as you are?
No, I don't really focus on what people say. Worry about what I do week after week. Prepare myself, get ready, try to work as hard as I can. Just so I'm playing out there on Sunday.
Is this what you expected when you came here? Did you expect it to look like this?
Did I expect myself to do well?
This, you know, leading the league and rushing, all this stuff.
If I didn't, I mean, I wouldn't be playing this. Yeah, I always expected it. I always have a high standard for myself that I'm capable of doing.
Derek, what did it mean to get a shadow from Evan Smith?
I mean, Emmitt's just a legend. He's like the GOAT of Florida. All the kids who play running back look up to Emmett. You know, he's like Michael Jordan to us. So that was very cool, and appreciate him taking out his time to make that video.
We're excited about the challenge, knowing they have a really good offense and playing some good ball this season. But we're looking forward for the opportunity and just knowing how good we are and we're all on the same page. So have to be at our best, and when we're at our best, we'll stand hard against the ball.
Roquan, I apologize if this has been asked, but facing Lamar in practice all the time, how do you feel like that helps you in defending Jayden Daniels?
There's only one Lamar at the end of the day. Make no mistake about that. But yeah, Lamar is a little different in practice, truth be told, than he is in the game time. But got a lot of respect for this rookie, Jayden, and what he's done thus far this season. So we're very excited about the matchup and knowing he brings a lot to the table, as well as the running backs, the receiver, and the offensive line is playing well for those guys. But hey, it's the NFL. We're looking forward to it. And at the end of the day, he's still a rookie, but he's definitely playing his ball.
The Ravens have a really good record against rookie quarterbacks. Is there something to going against a rookie from a mindset standpoint?
I think we just get, as us as a defense, we give things that a lot of other teams don't really give throughout the league in the sense of our disguises, coverages, and just the way we play the game of football. So it'll definitely be something new, and he definitely hasn't seen a defense like ours this season. So we just got to come out clicking on our cylinders, and when we do that, we'll be at our best.
Thank you.
Both great players. Both, obviously they got similar play styles. Can make throws, can obviously run. Run out of the pocket and whatnot. But yeah, both come with challenges. And I think it's obvious for Lamar.
Do you think it helps you at all that you face Lamar in practice all the time?
Yeah, I mean we go against Lamar every day. We know how he escapes the pocket. I think it helps the guys up front. Just trying to maintain them, keep them in the pocket and whatnot. So yeah, definitely it's helping.
What do you see that allowed him to have that success?
Yeah, I think he's playing with confidence, as he should be, and just giving them what the defense, taking what the defense gives them, simplifying the game. But yeah, just they're executing at a high level, and I think that's what they've been good at.
Brandon talked about it, kind of everybody in the secondary taking on and we're looking to improve and be more consistent. How would you describe the conversation between the secondary and the defense room as research?
Yeah, we've been detailing, the hell out of our coverages, trying to, just really take a closer look at, where, what's been our biggest issue, and so, I think that's all we can do is, try to figure out, how can we become better, from last year. Obviously, that was our best performance. Got the win, but we still got to look in there and come back and play our style.
You guys you face some of the best quarterbacks and some of the best wide receivers in this game. Do you allow yourself to think about that, or do you say, hey, we're some of the best defensive backs in this game and we should be winning for this matchup?
It really doesn't matter, who we go against. I've said before, we have our own standard, and long story short, we didn't live up to that standard last week, but we're not letting that get us letting that get us to waver from what we can accomplish as a group. This is a new week opportunity, so unfortunately.
There's a lot of DPs to add into the coaching staff and former defensive coordinator here. I know you're talking to the defensive today. Thoughts on him joining the staff?
Yeah, I met him today for the first time. I wasn't here when he was here in the past, but I'm looking forward to gaining some knowledge from him. Seeing what he sees from a bigger picture standpoint. But yeah, I'm sure there's a lot that we can learn from him.